So today's video is going to be all about how to thrive at home with kids. So granted, I only have one child right now, so this could look a lot different with multiple kids, the ages of your kids, etc., etc. We're out of the newborn bubble right now that people like to talk about. That is no joke. He just turned a year, so we're definitely on more of a schedule than before. So like anything that people say, take what I'm telling you with a grain of salt, but this is just some things that I have found that help me feel more present, happy, and I guess like put together while being at home with Lucas, whether this be your days off, the weekends, etc., etc. But anyways, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Yeah, I guess the first thing would be start with a routine. I think that yes, obviously kids thrive off of routine, but I think that parents do too. It's nice to know like what's expected at certain times during the day, and just like kind of helps you go with like a flow. Just think about like your normal like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, things like that, or I don't know, but definitely it's just to kind of have a routine. So this can be like rigid or not. I kind of find to keep it nice and like loose, like a loose routine is better, just because life happens, you know. You might be on your way to the park and maybe there's a detour, or you need to stop for gas, or whatever. So I like to keep my routines kind of loose, just have like a couple things on the agenda what to do. But so this is just going to be like a little example that I'll put right here: breakfast, lunch, dinner, playtimes, naps, etc. And then just plug and chug things in there. Like, do you want to go to the park this day? Do you need to go get groceries and go on an errand this day? Meet up with a friend for coffee? Like go out to lunch with someone, go to a museum with them. Just like pick your kind of time slots of where you can do things throughout the day, and it does help things go smoother. It also is really nice to look forward to doing things with your kiddo. He might be waking up. But it is nice to do things that your kid's gonna enjoy as well, and it's something that they can look forward to. Even if it's just getting out and going for a walk, it's good for them, it's good for you to get out of the house every day and to just do things, because I feel like like anything, you can get in a rut if you're just at home doing the same thing, playing with the same toys. Like, we're all humans, we all need interaction and stuff, so definitely get out of the house as much as you can. So for today's outing, I took Lucas to the park. I didn't film it because it's just crazy bringing your kid to the park. Now that he can walk, he's just like running around everywhere. But it was fun because we ended up running into one of my friends and her two kiddos, and then her cousin came with her and she has a kid. So it just turned into like an unplanned play date, which was cool, and it was so good for Lucas. He fell asleep pretty much right away when he got in the car on our drive home, and then it's almost 4 o'clock and he's still sleeping, and I don't like to wake him up if I don't have to, but I'm just like, I cannot believe that he is still sleeping. So I'm just like watching the monitor. He's like moved around. This is so gross, but he's moved around a couple times, but he's just not ready to get up yet. He might be transitioning to one nap soon, because he really only took a 20-minute nap earlier, and usually he takes at least an hour nap, but this one is over 2 hours, so maybe it's a mix of both. But in regards to this video, this is an unplanned way that even getting your kids out of the house is good for you, if it's your day home with them or whatever, or even if you're a stay-at-home mom, honestly, because you get social interaction and your kid gets social interaction and a bunch of stimulation as well. Obviously it's still nice outside now. I'll have to do another video once it is winter time and kind of figure that out, but for now, yeah, definitely the park was the move. Number 2, I would say try to wake up before your child if you can. I'm currently struggling with this. I think I've done it a couple times when he was sleeping closer to 7, but now he's been going back to waking up early. But I did find that those couple days that I was able to wake up early, you know, wash my face, drink some water, stretch, journal, whatever, it was so much more relaxing, and I felt more like put together and calm throughout the day. I definitely did notice than waking up and, you know, going right into mom mode. And it's just like a lot to go from peaceful sleeping to like dart right to mom mode, you know? So I don't know, I like a more leisure thing, so that's why now in the mornings we kind of cuddle while he drinks his milk and stuff like that. But like I said, you'll find out what works for you, but these are just some tips and tricks that I have found. Maybe eventually I'll be that 5:30 a.m. person that wakes up, but right now 6 a.m. is what I found where I don't feel like so tired throughout the day. The next thing is to put your phone down. I know it's so hard, but honestly, I have found that I'm on my phone a lot less when I'm home with Lucas. I just personally, it gets like very distracting for me to like be on my phone and then like trying to watch him at this stage already, but also it can get like really depressing in a way, like comparing yourself, and then I just feel like you're not like truly there and present with your child. And then also seeing him like look at me and I'm down on my phone and I miss whatever he just did. I hate that. So I truly put my phone on sound, that way if anyone needs to call me or anything, I can hear it go off. And I usually put it right up on like the counter. I definitely have it with me at times, you know, taking pictures of him, and I'm not like religious, like never on my phone ever, but I do make it a point to not really be on my phone. I definitely don't really check like social media and stuff like that during the day. I typically wait till the evening when he goes to bed to do stuff like that. I definitely swear by this, and this has made a huge impact on my mental health and my happiness, and just like being productive while I'm home with Lucas throughout the day and just being able to be more present. One way I looked at this too is when you're at work, you're not on your phone all day. Not that being at home with your kid is a job, but you know, like you're hanging out with your kid, you shouldn't be on your phone. You should kind of, this is going to be very controversial, and I hope I really don't offend someone, but this is just how I looked at it for myself, is that when I was at work, I wasn't really on my phone. You know, I'm busy taking care of patients and like charting. You have all these things to do. So I kind of look at it when I'm with him, it's my quality time with him, playing games, reading books, singing. Like he's kind of my attention at that point. So I just am trying to be a lot better, because it's all consuming, I feel like, you know, having all this information always at you all the time. So I've definitely tried to make a change in that, and I've seen great results from that. The third one I would say is to get dressed, do your hair, makeup if you like to do that, and then just put on normal clothes. Just something comfortable, easy. To curl my hair, it's actually easier for me to have my hair curled than to have it straight. It lasts longer, so I curled it today and it'll be good for the next 2 days without really having to retouch it up very much. So, and it really only takes like 10 minutes. I used to always wonder how people had their hair curled all the time, but the longer my hair is, the easier it is. But yeah, just try it for like 2 days and let me know how you feel. Just getting yourself put together, even if you don't leave the house, just like at least put on clothes and comb your hair. It will make you feel so much better. I definitely have been in the rut of just wearing sweatpants and not really getting ready, but that didn't last very long, because I found that I really truly felt so bad. Like I felt so lazy, I kind of felt gross, and I'm sure a lot of people actually probably realize that from working from home, I would assume. But like even today, I'm literally wearing like a workout jacket and like yoga pants, which is nothing special. Sometimes I get a little bit more dressed up, but typically I wear something like this. It's just easier for me. I feel more comfortable chasing him around and just bending over and everything. But even just wearing this versus staying in my pajamas makes me feel a lot better. Another thing is to try to schedule like a little bit of time for you, whether that be a workout, reading a chapter of a book, calling a friend. I know it can be really hard, and I feel like I can be pretty relatable on this scenario because my husband works a lot and he has a very long commute, so I'm pretty much with Lucas like majority of the time, and so it is really hard to find time to do stuff except for his naps. So what I have found is do not make every nap a productive period, because that is just like gonna give you exhaustion. I was doing that for a while. I was like, he's napping, I can finally do all these things that I couldn't do when he was awake, and that very shortly made me so tired and made me feel very burnt out. So I would take one of those naps, maybe even just take like one of his naps and take a 20-minute nap if I needed it, and I would not beat myself, and I still don't beat myself up about it if that's what I need. One of his naps can be productive, you know, finishing a little laundry, cleaning up the kitchen, cleaning the basement, whatever. But if I truly am feeling like I just need a break, like I just need to sit down, maybe I want to journal, read a book, call my mom, whatever, I definitely take that, and I don't feel guilty about it anymore, because it is very exhausting, like constantly having to be on at times and chasing them around and making sure they're not hurting themselves and, you know, fixing them dinner. Don't get me wrong, I love it. Being a mom is my favorite thing in the entire world. I just love it so much, but it is tiring, you know? My aunt the other day, she was like, having little kids is for the young. She was like, it's a lot. And it is, they're just super energetic and curious about the world. So keeping up with them can take a lot of energy. So yeah, that's just a tip. Relax when you need to, take a break when you need to, and do not feel bad about it. I kind of think that that might be why some parents at times feel like exhausted and maybe burnt out, is just constantly having to be there, like be present, like doing stuff, and not ever just getting like you time or just like downtime to just like relax. So I do think that that is probably one of the most important tips if you don't really have a support system, like maybe your parents don't like aren't involved or don't really live around you, or you don't really have friends or daycare or whatever. Even if it's at night before your kid goes to bed, taking a really hot long shower. I used to do that when I was in the postpartum stage, and even just like doing your skincare like uninterrupted and take like 15 minutes to do that. Just little things like that. If you're more intentional with like your quiet time, I feel like you appreciate it more. Even just like in the morning, just like sitting there and drinking some water or coffee before you get out of bed, or like before you really start your day, can help a lot too. So that's another tip. That's all I have for right now. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video and it's helpful to you. Comment down below if you have used any of these tips, or what your personal tips are for feeling more productive and stuff at home with your kiddos, because I feel like a lot of people have different experiences and different tips that I would love to hear about. So thank you guys again, and I hope you enjoy your day.
That's all, folks.
Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.